I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
order arms. Please be seated.
Well, hey, glad everybody's here. Man, what a packed house. We like it when we have a packed house. Sorry we're a little bit cramped, and maybe one day in the future we might have a bigger facility. Who knows? Hopefully we'll cross our fingers for that. Anyway, hey, I'm glad you guys are here. For those of you that aren't aware of our Voices of Democracy and Patriot Pen Youth Essay Contest, we do this every year. Voices of Democracy is our 9th through 12th grade youth essay contest. It's a 4 to 5 minute audio essay, plus or minus 5 seconds. Okay, and so we have several contestants. Although we're trying to encourage the high schoolers to be more active in participating, because we typically only have about 4 to 6 every year. We know that there's roughly about 6,000 eligible students between 9th and 12th grade in the Crawford County area. So we would hope that you guys would continue to spread the word, and maybe we'll get some more folks participating. Our Patriots Pen is 6th through 8th grade, and it is also the same way, except it's a 300 to 400 word essay, plus or minus 5 words. And all of our kids that get to compete in 6th through 8th grade turn in their essays and they get judged. Well, this year is a first for all of us because nobody from inside this post graded these essays this year. It's the first year that we did not grade them at all. So all of our judging came completely outside of this building, and we'd like to thank Experian for sending over some volunteers that did it on 2 different occasions. So we're glad that they did have an opportunity to do this. And what was really interesting is to find out, because we've judged these for the last several years, and it's very hard for us to judge them, because after reading these essays, man, some of these kids, they really dug at you, okay? I mean, it's from their perspective and their point of view. But ultimately, it's good to know that they have the same problem we did. It is very, very difficult to choose the winners based on different categories that they're graded on. So anyway, without further ado, we also separated our Patriots Pen and Voice of Democracy this year. Our auxiliary of the Post took over our Patriots Pen for us, and so I'm going to call them up here, and they are going to read off your 3rd, 2nd, and 1st place winner, and your 1st place winner will get to read his or her essay to you guys so you can see why we chose them first. All right, so without further ado, Ms. Tara Baker.
First, we're going to do a presentation of our 3rd place winner, and this one is going to go to Taylor Gill.
There we go. No selfies today. All right, you guys ready? Say cheesies.
Cheese.
Perfect.
All right, and she's also getting a $75 check from us.
And you get a water bottle, and your lanyard is on back order, so we'll have to get with you and get that to you as well. Congratulations.
All right, moving on to 2nd place. This goes out to Abby Childers. Is it Childers? Yeah. You're welcome.
All right. You ready? Say cheese. Perfect.
All right, and for 2nd place, she gets a $100 check. And the final.
We need a drum roll.
Drum roll, yeah. There we go. And the final 1st place goes to Katelyn Kini. and she gets for first place $150. And it's her second year in a row that she's our first place winner.
Hey, Katelyn. All right. She's going to read that essay. And the other thing I forgot to ask, Taylor, what school are you coming from? Alma Middle School? Yep. And where you come from? Mulberry. And then Katelyn, of course, is from Van Buren. So we try to reach out to the whole county. All right, Miss Katelyn, after you.
Why do I honor the American flag? My answer to that is why would anyone not honor the American flag? The American flag is a hard-fought, blood-stained, tear-soaked, and victorious symbol for every citizen. It is not a tool to be used for an opinion or a footstool for a cause. I believe the American flag can be seen from three perspectives: pride, appreciation, and reverence. Pride in the American flag comes easy for some citizens. Any person that has willingly taken the oath to protect our country sees our flag with their hearts, not their eyes. They do not know every American, but they know every stitch on that flag, and they proudly carry it wherever they go. Appreciation is how some view our flag. Seeing the flag is a reminder to all that many chose to walk ahead of us in the battle every day wearing our flag. Those that threaten us fear our flag. Those that need us cheer at the sight of our flag. Our flag even flies outside the United States and Italy, the South Pole, Mount Everest, and on the moon. It is not just Americans that are thankful for what our flag represents. The last way I think of viewing our flag is with reverence. There is so much heard in the total silence of the American flag, the one universal symbol of our country that can bring cheers, tears, or song without a word of introduction or explanation. Our flag should bring the nation to her feet always. In closing, I'd like to mention Robert Heft. Robert knew the importance of our flag representing our whole nation, and he also knew the importance of being a proud American no matter your age. At 17, Robert received a personal phone call from President Dwight D. Eisenhower. The president called to inform Robert that his design of the 50 Stars flag had been chosen out of 1,500 entries. That is a flag we still use today, and I think that's amazing. You can see your flag with your heart or your eyes, and you can feel pride, appreciation, reverence, or all three. But no matter what it is, our American duty to always honor the American flag. Old Glory, may she forever be the flag known around the world.
So, without further ado, we're going to do the Voices of Democracy. Mr. Earl D. Dewey, you want to come on up? Perfect. All right. So we'll start with our third place winner for Voices of Democracy, and that is Miss Madison Mizell. Miss Madison, can you come up? Okay. Well, wait on that. All right. Okay. Our second place winner, Mr. Colin Kini. Come on up, Big Daddy. Mr. Colin is pretty special to us. He had his first essay when he was in the 8th grade at Patriot Pen, and he has participated in the Voices of Democracy for the last 4 years. So we're really excited for him. And with that, here's your lanyard to hang your keys and your future endeavors on. And here's your water bottle, because we know you like to have a good time drinking water, right? And you also have a certificate and a check for $100. Perfect. So, the really fast thing we get to do is we get to talk to our first place winner, Miss Jentry Myers. Come on up and get. Miss Gentry, you also get to have a lanyard. Oh, there you go. And a nice cool water bottle, because it's stylish. You also get to have a certificate and a check for $150. Thank Oh. There you go. Perfect. Congratulations.
Why my vote matters. I remember making a sign when I was a young girl to hold up at a political rally I was attending with my grandmother. I happily worked on it for hours. The sign said, "I'm not old enough to vote yet, so remember November for me." Now, on November 6, 2018, I will get to exercise my right to vote for the first time. As a future young voter, I realize that this newfound power I will be given is something to be revered. This vote I have been given will be my voice in the national conversation of America. On November 1st, 1996, Paul Harvey wrote, "One vote, that's a big weapon you have there, mister." In 1948, one additional vote in each precinct would have elected to do. In 1960, one vote in each precinct in Illinois would have elected Nixon. One vote. Think of how much a single vote could have changed things in those instances. That is why my vote matters. My one vote can sway the political future of this great nation of ours. It has the power to change my life and the lives of countless Americans, both in the present and far into the future. It matters because it is a tool I can wield to keep those in power accountable to the ideals of America. It is the shield against the tide of dictatorship by the minority and the pillar upon which civic duty is built. As a young voter, my vote holds an even greater importance. I will not let it go into disuse and join the countless others of my generation in their apathy. The young of America can be such a major force in national politics, but voter apathy strips us of some of this power. I will not self-silence like so many others because my vote matters. This power over my own destiny is something that cannot be overestimated. At a time in history when the voice of a common man or woman was an afterthought to most governments, the importance of having control over one's individual future was not lost on our founders. My vote matters because it is the gift from those founding fathers. It is the gift of a voice on the grand stage of American politics. It is a quintessential part of what makes an American unique in our world. It is the result of almost 250 years of American service, sacrifice, and history. To not use that vote does a disservice to every American who has fought for and served our country, from the colonial streets of Boston to the modern sands of the Middle East and Africa. My vote matters because it is mine to do with as I see fit. It is an inalienable thing, an undeniable right of mine as an American. My vote matters. It is the gift that I received from all the sacrifices and forethought of every American that came before me, and I plan to use it to its full and proper potential. That's why my vote matters.